What part of it?
I have many things, but
No good way to get
No, there isn't.
I'd rather go now.
You could go up through social circles, try to balance it and cut it out.
It's too light, but it's back roads and I'm doing the traffic.
Yeah, you try
Lawrenceville could be an hour and a half.
85, 316. Yeah. She's asked. She almost live.
I smelled it a little bit when I passed over there. We're live. It's strong.
Are we live? Let's see. Okay. All right, good afternoon. I have 6:04 on the 24th of February. We have a quorum present, so I call this meeting of the Upson County Board of Commissioners to order. We will start off with a prayer. Pastor Shells will lead that, and then we'll do the pledge.
All right, let's pray. Father, we come to you in the name of Jesus, and we're thankful so much to have this day. We're grateful, and we're thankful for this county. Thank you so much, Father, for all that you've been doing, and we yield this meeting to you. I bless the board. I thank you for their lives. I thank you for the energy that they put into this, and I pray your wisdom into their hearts. I thank you for the justice that you have in your heart to convey to them for the things that are prosperous for this county. Father, we bless Upson County, and we lift it up to you as a gift. We ask that you continue to work with us in all areas to make this a productive community, for your presence and your blessings to continue to flow in all aspects. And I bless each person here as they speak. I pray they'd share from their heart. They just get the things out that need to be discussed, and that they would be evaluated against who you are in this community. We thank you for this time, and we bless everyone here. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Okay. First item up is approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion from someone to approve the agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion from Commissioner Jones. I have a second from, I only saw him. Okay, Commissioner Ellington.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, first item on the agenda is a public hearing for a beer and wine package sales license. Applicant is on file with the commission office from Jithu Vinoy on behalf of 2015 Yatesville Ops LLC located at 2015 Yatesville Highway, Thomaston, Georgia. Okay, do we have a presentation? Oh yeah, we need to open the public hearing. Getting a motion to open the hearing.
So moved.
Got a motion from Commissioner Watson. You get a second.
Second.
Commissioner Jones is a second.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries. You're going to do comments and then I'll give you.
Okay. Okay, so I have Mr. Vinoy. Yes, sir. Just come to the mic here, and anything you want to share with us. State your name and your address.
My name is Jitu Vinoy. I go by Jay. And first of all, I would like to thank for the warm welcome I received when we opened the store last week. It's a beautiful city, and so far I've met so many nice people. And our business is slowly picking up. Everything is coming together, and we get the beer and wine license. It's going to help us our business a lot. Thank you.
Okay. I have a Celine Dobani. I hope I said that correctly.
Yes, so we're, Salim Tabani here, just wanted to say we support G2. We are the owner's property as well. I've been at this hearing before a few years ago, when we were kind of redeveloping this site into what it looks like today. A lot of effort went into it, and a lot of support from all of you guys. So appreciate you guys, appreciate Upson County, and we're here to create value. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Any questions that we need to ask before we close the hearing? Can I get a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Got a motion from Commissioner Ellington. I got a second from Commissioner Biggs.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion
Okay.
carries.
All right, so the hearing is closed. We need to have a motion, and then we can have discussion as necessary. Have somebody prepare a motion for. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, we need the staff. we need to
So
get-
staff does not have a recommendation. This property did a survey. If you saw in your package, they did a survey based on our previous ordinance before the moratorium and the ordinance was changed. Our engineers reviewed the survey that was presented. Again, it is not dated after our ordinance was done, so they do not meet the current ordinance
What was-
based on the distance.
What was the original date of submittal?
I can't tell you the exact date of the submittal, but they have been in communication with our office prior to applying for the license.
So as it stands right now, we kind of created a hardship for them, am I right?
I can't answer that question.
Okay, so my understanding is, I'll just say, my understanding is that this was a project. This was started in our building and zoning office. Y'all did some coordination. Y'all received some instruction.
Yes, sir.
Y'all follow those instructions.
Absolutely, sir.
We changed the ordinance at some point. I know myself was unaware of this ongoing project that the county was aware of. I don't know if any other commissioners were aware of it, but essentially we moved the goalpost in the middle of your game, is what I see. All right. So again, we'll need a motion to have further discussion, but that's as I understand this situation.
That's correct.
Would you like to make the motion?
Yes, I would. Make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion to approve a beer and wine package sales license for 2015 Yatesville Highway. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Okay. You recognized?
You know, I don't remember, and it might have happened with somebody else that worked here that laid out, you know, the moratorium. I'm gonna have to think back, and I'll ask Ms. Jones, did he put in an application before? Or he just come to talk?
His application was not put in before because he was not prepared. So
Right.
the store wasn't ready to open. He had to get the store to a certain point before he could apply for the license, because he can only have a license for so long without the store being open. So in the meantime, he came to have the conversation about what he was doing with the store. In the meantime, in between time, the board did a moratorium on beer and wine licenses, so he couldn't come for some time. But as soon as the moratorium was lifted, they then came in and did the application.
but the law had changed, or the ordinance had changed.
That's correct.
And, you know, I mean, there's a, in case y'all don't know, there's a church that we have more trouble with making the boundaries from a church. And this one's way inside. The last one we approved, which is right next door across the road, it just made it. I mean, it made it at 368 feet. And he's across another road and on another piece of property, which is gonna make it, I really don't know what it is, because he didn't have a survey done, right? A current survey.
There was a survey done, but not,
To the old standard.
right, it was property line to property, I mean, it was door to door, not property line to property line.
Right. And so what's the property line to property line now? We don't know because he didn't have a survey. And so, I would like to know, you know, based on the footage that we have said to these churches that we're going to stand by, is what is the distance if it hasn't been resurveyed? And, you know, we got a motion on the table, but I would ask for a denial on it myself, unless he can prove that he's within the rights of what we have now, which is 300 feet from property line to property line, not 300 feet from property line to front door.
But when he did his construction, just to be fair, when he did his construction, he came back to the Upson County government and said, with my front door being here, do I meet the requirements? We told him no. Somebody told him no. He moved the front door to meet the requirements. In the meantime, before he can get the beer license, we changed the whole game again.
Well, now can I speak?
Go ahead. Are you finished?
Yes, go ahead. Okay.
All right, this situation's been going on for about approximately 18 to 24 months. The initial request was they came in and they wanted to put a convenience store. At that request, they wanted to put in a fuel island that was too close to DOT right of way. Okay, we told them we could not approve that at that time. They went back, they resubmitted a plan to us, and it still didn't meet. We said, hey, it wound up going to what we initially proposed to them, to push it back. That they did that. So if we put them in a hardship, I don't know that we put them in a hardship when we said, hey, this is the way it's got to be for the ordinance. If they determine, hey, we're going to take this avenue after we suggested this is what you need to do, and ultimately that's what they wound up doing. But I mean, we can't just stop the clock during the middle of the ball game. Yeah, they came and they probably came back. They had to get the site approved before they could even apply, and something built before they could even apply for a license.
Yeah.
So I just want to be fair and transparent that's how it went. It wasn't like, hey, we pulled the rug out from under.
Yeah, I understand, but I also would say we had a beer and wine license for Sunnyside. That's where all this started when Reverend Turner spoke, and then I think Steve Blackson spoke, and we said, okay, let's go back and look at this, right? And we all agreed to go back and look at it. We wanted to do the right thing for the community. We wanted to set a standard because we thought it was ambiguous, right? And then we all voted on the ordinance. However, our county government was intimately involved with them in creating a business opportunity in our county, right? And none of us were made aware of that when we had to make a decision.
Correct.
Is that a fair statement?
Correct.
All right. So, is there any further discussion?
No.
Okay, I have a motion to approve from Commissioner Biggs and a second from
Do you mind if I speak?
You're not allowed to speak. Roll call.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
No.
Commissioner Jones?
No.
Motion carries.
All right, next item on the agenda is a public hearing for beer and wine package sales. Application on file with Commission Office from, I apologize if I mess this up, Cy Mitapali on behalf of One Stop Food Mart located at 1038 Atwater Road, Thomaston, Georgia. All right, can I get a motion to open the hearing?
So moved.
I have a motion from Commissioner Watson to open the hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Commissioner Biggs.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. I have the list here of those who signed up to speak. It looks like G? Huh? Oh, okay. How about Mikhail Wilson?
That was on the Kelly's Corner, speaking on behalf of the
Oh,
Kelly's Corner.
I apologize. You should have been recognized on the other one. Okay. Well, you're good?
Yes.
Okay. No one signed up to speak on that. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Commissioner Watson, a second from Commissioner Ellington.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Anyone would like to make a motion before having any discussion?
I'll make a motion to deny.
Okay. Can I get you to make a motion to approve? And I say that because our ordinance 285 says we'll follow Robert's rules. Robert rules said we should make a motion in the affirmative. You can vote no on the motion, but we shouldn't do a negative motion unless it is the body wants to demonstrably say no, right? Which we're not allowed to know because of open sunshine laws. We're not supposed to be talking about it beforehand, so we can't know that. So I would ask that you make the motion to approve.
Before you make your motion, can I make a recommendation and then you make a motion based on my recommendation? So I'll make a recommendation, staff makes a recommendation for denial for One Stop Food Mart based on section 6-36A.
Okay. Understand.
Motion to deny.
Okay. We have a staff recommendation to deny. I have a motion to deny, not hearing. Do I hear a second for a
I'll
motion
second.
to deny?
I'll second.
Okay. All right. I have a motion to deny by Commissioner Jones and a second by Commissioner Watson following a staff recommendation of denial.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. We're good to go. Next up is public comments. All right. First up is Ms. Tammy Boyle.
Hi, everybody. First, I want to say I love my community. I've lived here a very long time, and I love my community, and that's why I'm so vested in this board and what happens in this community. Tammy Boyle, 245 Charlie Jones Road. I want to acknowledge the Board of Commission and Mr. Joyce for the recent website updates. It is heartening to see that the digital face of our community and our county is becoming more accurate. Now, I'd love to see the same accuracy applied to the human element of communication. I'm reminded of a lesson that I taught my children and my grandchildren: respect. In my home, there's a fundamental difference between listening and actually hearing. Respect is more than just staying quiet while someone else speaks. It's acknowledging their existence. It's easy to say, my door is always open, but that doesn't mean much if the room inside is empty. 12 days ago, I emailed the board regarding our county ordinances. To date, the response rate has been a consistent 0. When the Board of Commission fails to acknowledge the citizens, it doesn't just stall progress, it erodes trust. You are our representatives, not our unreachable contacts. I'm not asking for a miracle, just a second or two to reply. Even a thank you is enough to show your voice or my voice is heard, and it's not just hitting a delete button. I challenge each of you to bridge this them versus us. It takes 2 minutes at most to hit reply. If you can't manage a full response, a simple received at least proves there's a pulse on the other end of the line. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, Miss Lisa Pierce.
Hi, my name is Lisa Pierce. I live on Vickery Road in Meansville. This is not the first time I've stood before you. I've come multiple times to speak about serious concerns, particularly around conflicts of interest that have arisen in the county decisions and appointments. Issues like the recent complaints over potential conflicts on the Board of Equalization. This highlights a pattern that erodes public confidence. I've spoken plainly because I believe in transparency, accountability, and the basic respect that elected officials owe to the people they serve. Yet, too often, it feels those principles are forgotten. You were elected to represent us, not to serve personal or private interest. You work for the citizens of Upson County. We are your employers, your boss. When concerns are raised respectfully, they deserve to be heard and addressed seriously, not dismissed or ignored. Trust is earned through actions, not words. When conflicts are overlooked or basic courtesy is lacking in how public input is handled, then trust breaks down. We've seen it in recent controversies, and it's damaging our community. 2 of you are up for re-election soon. Qualifying will soon begin for the upcoming cycles, and let me be clear. You will not be the only ones running. People are paying attention now, more than ever. Voters are watching how you handle conflicts of interest, how you respond to legitimate concerns, and whether you remember who you truly serve. I urge you, recommit to the highest standards of ethics and respect. Put the people's interest first. Restore the trust that so many of us want in our local government. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up is Miss Dana Brew.
I'm sure y'all are tired of me too, but I'm back again. So I'm Dana Brew, 678 Fire Tower Road. A few months ago, when my husband and I walked into the Planning and Zoning office to request a special exception and a variance to build a small animal vet clinic on our property, neither of us could have ever imagined the circus that would result from that simple request. What should have been a straightforward process, a community member who also happens to be an elected official, identifying a need in our community and legally seeking permission to meet that need, was unnecessarily turned into a months-long countywide spectacle. There's no denying that Upson County is an agricultural community. There's also no denying that we are in desperate need of a livestock veterinarian. What was initially a genuine desire to do nothing more, to bring a much needed service to our community has ended up here, and it is really disappointing. While there was talk of us wanting to do this purely for financial gain, there was no mention of the fact that I had already reached out to the local rescues to see how I could help the ever-increasing problems with stray and unwanted animals in our area. There was also never any mention that I had already been researching grants to help with low-cost spay and neuter services in rural, economically depressed areas. There was never any mention that I had been talking to local farmers about fair fee schedules for farm calls and herd management services to prevent them from paying the exorbitant fees that they have been charged from out-of-county vets. The intent of our request was sincerely to help the people in our community. It was certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. With your decision last meeting, this board didn't just fail me. You failed all of us, our entire community. It was obvious from the last primary election, where the previous Board of Commissioner chairman only received 22% of the vote, that the general public was tired of the status quo and wanted change. That poor support for him can be extended to the previous board members as well, as he was not making decisions alone. Do not mistake the fact that some of you continue to run for office unopposed as endorsement. It certainly isn't. It's the result of people being discouraged from participating in our local government because of situations just like this exact situation. You still have the opportunity to make this vet hospital debacle right for our community. All it will take is a simple motion, vote, and recording in the minutes that livestock medicine is indeed agriculturally associated. If you want to do what's right for the people you swore to serve, you can. I understand some of you may have been called off guard in the last meeting about the incorrect opinion given by our previous planning and zoning director that livestock medicine is not agriculturally associated, but I provided ample evidence in a previous email to you all that it is. It is definitely recognized as agriculturally associated by the USDA and the Georgia Department of Agriculture. There's absolutely no logical reason why Upson County doesn't also recognize it as such. Ethically, Dan or I could not have reached out to any of you prior to our appeal meeting. However, Danny did speak with our district commissioner 2 weeks prior and explained 2 simple and legal ways to find a solution to the situation without having to change any ordinance. Recognizing livestock as agriculture, or acknowledging that the ordinance that requires the variance is invalid due to the fact that there was no land use plan outlined when the ordinance was adopted. It's mind-boggling that our district commissioner did not find a way forward, even though he had 2 ways to do so, and after assuring me on 2 separate occasions that if the people wanted it, you would vote for it. He would vote for it. I apologize. We all saw the people showed up and supported this endeavor. This county found a way to make it possible for a dog kennel, event centers, a slaughterhouse, cell phone towers, and other businesses on AR zone property. There's no reason why the county can't find a way to make a veterinary hospital possible. I implore you once again to do what the people who elected you want you to do. One of you, please have the courage to stand against the establishment and do what's right for this community. If my passion, emotion, and willingness to stand up for what is right makes you or anyone else uncomfortable, so be it. Unlike others, I have the moral fortitude to stand behind my words and speak openly rather than engage in conversations behind closed doors. Remember, I'm not from here. I'm not bound by any arbitrary social expectations, and I am willing to stand and be the advocate for positive change if that's what I need to be. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Next up is is this Kevin Brown?
I signed up to talk?
You did?
Oh, I think y'all are doing a good job. I didn't realize I signed up to talk, but I'd like for you to keep in consideration the communities on the east side and west side and throughout Upson County, because we're going through a lot of growth patterns and everything, and, with new code, we're in Yatesville, they're gonna have some kind of new code thing for the city and all that stuff, but, I want you all to stay in tune with, the water systems and everything that's needed for these communities, just as you would through the west, east, and south part of the counties. I think you all are doing a good job. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. All right, and then Mr. Vinoy, did you mean to sign up on the?
No.
You're not. Okay. All right, that concludes public comments. Next up is a consent agenda. Consent agenda is the approval of the February 10th regular meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
I got a motion to approve from Commissioner Jones. I have a second.
Second.
And I got a second from Commissioner Biggs.
Chairman Brew, I'm sorry, Commissioner Biggs,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Chairman Brew.
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we'll move on to new business. First up is discussion and approval of a local emergency operations plan. Yeah, have something to present?
Yeah, so you should have the local emergency operations plan. It's about 300 pages. That plan has been in place in Upson County for years and years and years. It is a state law that you have that plan. It's a GMA requirement that it's updated every 4 years. It hasn't been before you in a while, so it's just brought before you to be approved again. Only thing we changed about the plan, we updated contacts. The meat of the plan is the same that it's been forever. If you have any questions, if you've looked over it, I'll be glad to answer them, but it is a requirement for GEMA, and if we ever need any funds from FEMA or GEMA, we have to have that plan, and it has to be approved by the board.
Okay. All right, so we have our current plan updated with contacts. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion from Commissioner Watson to approve. Can I get a second?
Second.
I have a second from Commissioner Ellington.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right.
Can I ask Mr. Hickman a question?
Sure.
What happened to the sirens? I don't ever hear them anymore. We did all this stuff,
We did.
but they haven't
If
been
it's-
going on.
If it's cloudy, they will not test them. Just so we don't have any panic. So if it's cloudy at all, we don't.
That makes
test.
sense.
But we do have the 2 new sirens in Yatesville, and we do have the new control installed at the 911 center. And that new control at the 911 center did automate the sirens. So if we do get into a tornado warning, it's going to automate it, take the human factor out.
And Chris, the one's working out at
Yes, sir, it is.
Crest Lane.
Yes, sir.
I
We got a
call
video of
from-
it.
I got a call from the residents. They were glad about that.
All right, next up is agenda. I got a hard copy. Okay, next up is discussion and consideration to approve the purchase of a portable generator. This is for the Water Services Department. We have in front of us, we have a presentation signed by our Chief Financial Officer. Is there any staff comments?
Mr. Chairman, what we're asking for is approval of the purchase of a generator. The cost of that generator, based on the quote, was $71,814. Back in 2017, Ms. Martha Ann actually had applied for a grant, and you can correct me if I get this wrong, Richard, but it was a grant through the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program for a generator and a number of other pieces of equipment. Fast forward, we had already purchased other pieces of equipment that we needed, but we still didn't have a portable generator or towable generator, which is something we certainly can use throughout the county for our water system. So that was further complicated by the fact that we got quotes for a 71 kilowatt generator. They came back and says, no, it's not the right specs, and you need a 72 kilowatt generator. So we did that as well. And I say we, all that work was being done by our water department superintendent and our EMA director as well. So I did not mention his name, but he put a lot of time and effort in it. So boil it all down. The original request was for $50,050 for a generator. That was an estimated price back then. That same, or a generator that meets those specs today, $71,814. So based on the federal portion and state portion of the grant would be 85%, leaving the remaining 15% of that payable by Upson County. So you got $71,814 minus $42,542.50, which is 85% of $50,050. We're left paying $30,000. So we're asking for permission to purchase this towable generator. We would pay for this from SPLOST on behalf of the water department. And once the proceeds are received, we have to spend the monies before we get reimbursement. We would put those funds back into the water department.
I have one too, go ahead.
Why we're paying for it out of SPLOST, it's an enterprise fund.
Well, we could. It would be better to use the SPLOST funds. It would be treated as almost like a transfer in the water department, and they get the proceeds that we're going to receive back, simply because we've seen a whittling away of our fund balance, if you will, or our equity in the water department. So I'm trying not to use that money as much as possible. But the moment because of the cost of the Thurston well?
It is, and I'm sorry, I have a couple questions. So,
Let me know when you're done. I got a
it's,
question.
I guess what I'm saying is the enterprise, I mean, and I'm not, I know you know this, but I guess I'm saying it from other people. The enterprise fund is really designed where it's self-sufficient. I mean, the people on the county water system are paying for that system, and the unincorporated areas that are not served by that system is not having to pay for it.
That is correct, but on its own, it wouldn't necessarily be able to support every capital improvement that we do for the water system.
Right.
That's why we utilize the SPOS funds.
Is there a way to pay SPOS back those funds?
Well, yeah, we don't pay it back to the SPOS. It's just like when we buy something, what happens is that we pay for it with SPOS funds, and then we actually record that transaction as capital contribution into the water fund. Then the assets get recorded in the water services fund. And then the reimbursement of the proceeds, which is $50,050, or our portion, would come back to us.
We come back to the SPOS now, or we're gonna leave it in the water fund?
I'll leave it in the water fund. I don't, and I've discussed this with a number of people, including ACCG. We don't and have never put refunds on anything back into the SPOS account. We just utilize the SPOS funds to collect and spend.
If Chairman Ellington wanted to do that, could you then only pull what was gonna be
Not yet.
reimbursed?
Don't wish it on me.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Ellington, sorry. Commissioner Ellington, could you then just pull the part out of SPOS that, so we are leaving the difference in the SPOS?
I'm just trying to figure, I mean,
Yeah.
y'all get what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I get where you're going.
So I'm advocating for me as a taxpayer. I have a well. I don't want to have to pay for people that pay for the water to get
At
generated.
the end of the day, I mean,
But it's the SPOS, I get it.
Is the generator going to be used solely by the water department?
Well, that was my other question. What,
could be used for any particular need we have.
I'm making assumptions, if power goes down, we can continue to pump water. And we do, unfortunately, have to run some lift stations, even though we benefit zero from those lift stations.
Correct.
But
So what
we have to operate it.
The process that I'm taking, the funds that we would get back, the $42,452, putting it back into the water fund actually helps improve the overall equity of the water fund. I mean, we could put it in the general fund, or we could just pay for a portion that we're gonna get reimbursed out of SPOS. I mean, we have to pay $72,000. So it needs to come from someplace. It's not a material amount of money, nor is the $30,000 we ultimately have to pay. I will do whatever the board asks me to do, but like I said, looking at our existing, and we've talked about this before, our fund balance in our water services fund has been declining. And so we did transfer funds from the solid waste into the water services fund to help us pay for the Thurston well. So I was just trying to protect that to some degree and utilize our SPOS funds for it. But we can pay for 100% of it, I don't think.
Well, what I was saying was you could pay for the 29,751.50 out of SPOS, but the other 42 that you're gonna get back, pay for that out of the water, and then when it comes back, it would go into the water, is what I think Commissioner Ellington was kinda.
I just, like I said.
You're looking like we don't have it there?
Well, no, we can do it. It's just I have to split two checks.
Right. We have to write two
I gotta,
checks.
send a request up to Sonois to release funds out of our SPOS account for that piece.
Yeah, and then do another check.
But ultimately, we have dedicated dollars for the water system in SPOS.
Yes, our current SPOS
Yeah, our-
and referendum.
That's right, our referendum covered equipment, so we
Okay.
can do that, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
a legal question.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, one other question. What's the lead time on this? Is it I know generators are, being a portable may be quicker to get.
Should be immediately available.
I don't know. Do you remember?
It should be fairly quick because we have to have this grant closed out by May.
That's kind of what I was getting at, is
Make
the
sure we
deadline. Yeah, make sure we can do it before.
Yeah. And we just got the approval for, the adjustment to the specification.
71 to 72?
So, it just came in February 2. to give us the green light on that. So as long as, I think with anything on these grants, as long as we've entered into an agreement to purchase, or, send a purchase order over, then I think we're good. Even if we go past the May.
Just commit the funds.
delivery date. Committing the funds.
Okay.
All right, I got some questions. You got some, you had some for me, so I'll let you ask you.
I think I'm good.
All right, so wasn't it not long ago we bought a new portable generator to go out there to Thurston? And doesn't this new package that we got with this well, aren't we buying another generator with that package? And we're getting a brand new generator for the lift station, right?
Correct.
So where are all these generators going?
I don't have been here to answer that question, but why would we turn down grant funds when we can get them?
Because we gotta spend $29,000, $30,000.
Okay. Well, we can certainly,
I mean,
it's up to the board.
I mean, are we just buying because we
I
can
don't
buy?
recall
Do we want to
purchasing,
wait till next meeting?
doing any kind of
Did we buy,
requisition for
James, did we buy a new generator
I thought we
just
had
a few
talked
years
about
ago?
one portable generator
Yeah.
a few years ago, but I
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I can't remember that.
I mean, I don't wanna have something if, if it's just gonna, have a spare.
We purchased a large generator for the civic center.
Yes.
That's permanent.
Permanent, yeah.
I don't know of a towable generator, but I don't recall every purchase we've made.
I do remember the one for the lift station, but I don't think we've purchased, that one hadn't purchased
That's
yet,
part
we
of
just
the
talked about it.
contract.
Yeah, that was part of the,
Yeah, that's part of the
That's dedicated
contract.
to the lift station.
that was dedicated to that lift station.
But I remember, because we just sold that old generator at the auction and
Right.
bought a new generator for out there at Thurston, didn't we? I mean, I'll leave it up to y'all.
Can this wait 2 weeks?
Get some clarification on what generators we may have or may not have.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
You just gotta have it committed before May, right?
Yeah, I think, in my mind, we bought a generator for Thurston Well out there. Now we drilled a new well, and with this new well package, it comes with a new generator. And then, that way, then they're gonna have a generator. So why do they need another generator? But if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. But
I don't know.
Well, I think it'd be better if we just got some clarification. I don't think it needs to wait a month. I mean, it's a simple phone call. We will be having a retreat this week, so,
Just some,
you can brief us in
yeah,
that.
clarification
Well,
on what we've done.
I tell you what, if we don't wanna wait, I make a motion to buy it if we haven't already purchased one. That's sitting around. And if not, if there is one that's just sitting around and they're just trying to get another generator, I say.
Being said, he does have one, it is a 2017 model though. It was bought a long time ago.
Yeah, but how much use it got in it? We've got 5 hours on it, or?
I'll find out.
Why don't we just get clarification? I mean, we can wait 2 weeks and then know for sure. Get some clarification on it.
Motion to table.
I have a motion to table from Commissioner Biggs. I have a second.
Second.
I have a second from Commissioner Watson. Any further discussion?
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. I thought that was going to be a simple one. Okay, next item on the agenda, discussion and consideration of an exemption from the moratorium on any and all subdivisions of real property in Upson County established in Resolution 29/2025 located at Highway 36, parcel 066 Alpha 025 and parcel 06 Alpha 026. All right.
So that request was from Judge Edwards. He asked to be put on the next agenda, but he's not here.
Okay, I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't matter.
Do we want to vote on it, or
Yeah.
can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to release it under the moratorium.
I have a motion to approve the exemption under the moratorium. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Commissioner Ellington.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, next up, discussion and consideration of exemption from the moratorium on any and all subdivisions of real property in Upson County established in Resolution 29.2025 located at Allenwood Road, parcel 053033.
You want us to talk about it?
I don't need you to talk about it unless y'all want to talk about it.
Looks like
Let
it
me
meets
know
our
what you
current
want.
ordinance.
Yeah, it seems pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry.
I make a motion that we release the moratorium.
Okay, I have a motion to exemption under the moratorium from Commissioner Watson. I have a second.
Second.
I have a second from Commissioner Biggs.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Chairman Brew?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellington?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do we need to make it clear again what we're actually releasing?
It's somebody else's turn.
So we're not officially approving the request, it's just releasing from the moratorium to allow you to go through the process. So you'll get with planning and zoning and go through the process.
Okay. County manager, do you have any?
I don't have anything this time.
County attorney, you have anything?
I don't have anything either, Chairman. Thank you.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes. You know, believe it or not, I spent 6 years on the planning and zoning, and I can tell you, that was a hard job. You had to make some hard decisions. A lot of the decisions that we had to make, we couldn't make them based on our personal opinion. Those decisions were based on what we had on the books as far as law. We had to follow those 110%. When you think about this board, we have to make decisions up here that none of us have really discussed and talked about. That's why I used to say somebody may say yay, somebody may say nay. But by the same token, at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, what was the right thing to do for that person? That's how we base our decision. And please, please to anyone, don't talk at the county commissioners, talk to us. Tell us what you want, tell us what you need, so we can make those changes. But when you give us certain hints about elections and the door is swinging and you may not be reelected again, some people take that as being a threat. You can't get anywhere by threatening people. Please don't do that. And if I'm speaking out of turn, I'm speaking for myself. If I offend anybody, I do apologize for it, but right is right. You can't move this kind of forward. And we got to keep looking back to say, well, this is the way things was always done. We have the power to make those changes. But if you're not talking to us and talking at us, we can't make those changes. We don't know what you all want. Everybody's up here, phone number, contact number, or something, email. If we don't respond back to you, don't take it as being a slap in the face, I'm just not going to respond to it, because that's not the case. But tell us what you want. But also, when you're telling us these things, we have to look at what's on the book. If you say a lot of these rules and regulations came about in 2016, okay, it's 2026 now. We have the power to make those changes. But you just can't walk in with a stroke of a pen and make those changes right then and there. You can't do it. Everything takes time. And if you're not willing to put the effort and the time into what you need to do, guess what? Nothing changes. I'm done.
All right. Mr. Ellington?
Amen. I'll just say this, I always try to do what my constituents want me to do. Let me be clear and identify constituents. Was elected by the people of District 2. Those are the people who can unelect me just as well as put me back in office. I'm always gonna err on the side of constituents who put me in office. If I don't do that, then absolutely, I agree 100%, I can be removed. Do I always get it right? No, I probably don't always get it right, and I don't know anybody that's batting 1,000 sitting up here behind this counter, and I don't know too many people that can get up here and bat 1,000. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I think's right for the people that put me in office in District 2. Yes, my vote impacts the whole county, just like everyone else here does. But I represent the people in District 2. And I'll just say this, I agree with him. We can get up and say, we're gonna put people in office. I will be running for this office till the day I decide or the people who District 2 decides, not what 1 or 2 decide. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Mr. Jones.
All right. I appreciate everybody that showed up out here. Good luck with your venture out there on Kelly's Crossing there, or Kelly's Corner, or whatever it is right there. There's one up the street, and then those two. But anyway, I appreciate public comments a lot. Sometimes people get irritated and they want to say, but if most of the time it's coming from the heart and not from something else. And I will be running for re-election. And I'm going to tell you flat-footed, I have never in my life ever taken one dime contribution to any of my campaigns. And that I have always took money out of my pocket, put ads in the newspaper, buy signs, shake hands, everything else. I did that 2 terms ago because I don't never want to say I owe a soul a dime. I know a lot of people that that have been previous to the board that I have here that probably took somebody's campaign money, and just like what happens, you know, all over the world. But I fund my campaign out of my pocket, and I don't owe anybody a dime. But anyway, when I ran for office back in 2018, I had a vision, and I knew I was going to get older, and I knew that where my parents came from and I came from, that Clayton County, that you wouldn't have to, you had homestead exemption. When we got here, the homestead exemption was $2,000, which was set in 1972 or somewhere right in there. So I had a vision to change that, and with the help of the board, we changed that to give the people a whole lot better homestead exemption. Some of them up to $20,000 homestead exemption for seniors, and I'm really proud of that. You know, we've got this new floss tax. We got a lot of floss, T-splosh, whatever. It would, you know, I don't think it's going to help this year, but next year I hope that floss tax will also help knock down it. And I am totally against my property taxes. I've never appealed them. I should have, but I didn't think it'd look good if I did. My property taxes have tripled in the last 10 years. And I just pay them and go on. But I'm hoping that this new floss is going to help everybody out. I know this homestead exemption, you know, I live on a fixed income too. A lot of people in this county, in this city, they live on fixed incomes. A lot of these people that were unemployed by the mills, they live on virtually nothing. And I do it all for the people, And I hope that, we can, as a board, do more for the people than what has been previously done. Amen.
I'm gonna change the conversation a little bit, and I bet none of y'all can guess what to, but
I'm gonna go with softball fields, baseball fields, batting cages.
rec department. We have our all-star basketball teams. They're competing in another tournament this weekend, and I would say the first tournament they competed in, U12 won their tournament, so congratulations to them. U10, I believe, came runner-up, and then our U8 were third. So pretty good, showing for Upson County going out to these tournaments. This weekend is a second one, and I believe that kind of wraps it up unless you win. So I want to wish all the teams best of luck.
All right, thank you. I'll piggyback off that, and I know Lonnie's talked about bringing in some of our youth that have excelled, whether it's in sports or whether it's in showing animals, and I'm looking forward to that and let the community recognize our youth that are excelling. I will talk about a couple of things here tonight. Flossed, Commissioner Jones is correct. It takes effect. The pennies are going into the bank right now, right? I had to sign some paperwork. We opened the bank account. Pennies are flowing into that bank account. That has to flow in for an entire year. So started January 1st, go through the end of this year. And so not this November on your tax bill, but November of 27, we'll have all of those pennies we collected this year to apply to your tax bill. And I believe you're going to see some significant homestead, and everybody will see tax relief, whether you're commercial, residential, we'll see tax relief next November. So I just want everybody to understand when that hits, right? We're collecting the pennies this year to hit next November. I also do want to talk a little bit about zoning, right? The moratorium that we talked about tonight ends next week. This board and Planning Commission and the Building and Zoning Department, I know it's been at least 2 years in the making, working on these zoning changes. I think we have to admit we don't necessarily have the expertise in the county to get it done, right? And so we'll probably have to spend some tax dollars to get a good product. And I think we need to do that because our current zoning ordinances are a little confusing. And I don't think they actually promote health, safety, morality, and general welfare of the population while safeguarding unrestricted use of land by owners, which is what zoning is supposed to do. I think in some cases that our current zoning laws impede progress and create winners and losers in this county. They are overly restrictive, in my opinion. It's almost the definition of government overreach, in my opinion, and more closely resembles an overbearing HOA, and that's not what the government is supposed to be. I think our zoning denies who our constituents are. It puts home ownership out of reach for most in a community with a median household income of just over $50,000. Our codes are unenforceable unless they are targeted. It targets those who live in RVs in certain areas while others live unbothered. It prevents certain individuals from operating home-based businesses and other than their primary residence, while others use accessory buildings throughout the county. The question is, why do we have so much government overreach in our zoning? All right. I don't know the answer. Right. Again, some of this was written decades ago. Right. And I'm going to assume there was no ill intent when it was done. I say all that to say to the public, we're going to go through zoning, right? And I need you to pay attention. I need you to be involved. I need you to let your commissioners know what it is you believe, think, like, or dislike. So we can move forward, because we have to move forward. We have to get beyond this 2-year stretch of stagnation if we want our county to prosper, right? There's opportunities that have been missed because of zoning. All right, there's people who can't afford enough land to build a house on, or to build a big enough house, right? Because our zoning is, again, it's like a HOA. Tells you got to have this many acres, you got to have this big a house. To me, that's not what a rural community is. Again, my opinion, I'm 1 of 5. I just wanted to share that with you. Again, I appreciate everyone who showed up tonight to participate in our local government, whether it's just listening or speaking. I appreciate everyone out there on YouTube watching us, keeping us in check, and I just say thank you. And other than that, I just need a motion to adjourn. Okay, I got a motion from Commissioner Bigg and a second from Commissioner Ellington. All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Get my book bag for me.
All right.
I got it.
So y'all want?
How you doing? Are you gonna